I ain't did one of these in a minute, but I'm doing this one real fast because of the Katt Williams situation, and I just felt like I should probably throw my little 2 cents in because I feel like I agree with a lot of the stuff that's being said, but there's a couple of things that's being left out. The first thing I want to do is say congratulations to the Mexican American community for coming together and answering the call to action and standing up for themselves and showing dignity. I'm always gonna rep anybody who shows self-respect and dignity. If it's black people, I'm gonna congratulate you. If it's Mexicans, I'm gonna congratulate you. If it's white people, I'm gonna congratulate you. Anybody that shows dignity and that they respect themselves, I'm always gonna congratulate you for doing that. But I wanna break down this Mexican woman. Well, she claims she's Mexican. I don't think she's lying. I don't know who she is. She's anonymous, I guess. Everybody keeps reposting her video. I have not been able to track it down to the original video. Who put out a call to action and called for black and brown unity. She did a lot of, she brought a lot of interesting points. She spoke articulately. She was passionate. She was a little emotional, but she was articulate. And I just want to kind of break down the game for like everybody, not just black people, but everybody that's watching. That was a political move that she pulled, Katt Williams kind of just got caught up in the crossfire. You have a Mexican woman who's very passionate. She puts out a call to action. She wants to draw attention to her cause. You could tell by listening to what she had to say that this wasn't some overnight thing for her. She has a cause. She has things on her mind, things that she's fighting for. But she used Katt Williams and she used this situation to draw attention and awareness to the Mexican American struggle. And I just want to put y'all onto the game so that you don't get confused. This is politics she's playing, and she's very smart, you could tell, and smart enough to know that she could hear Katt Williams say that this is not racial, and she was smart enough to know and hear the heckler screaming racial slurs. But she did not acknowledge that in her video, and I think that the reason she didn't acknowledge it is because she wanted it to be dramatic. She wanted it to be cinematic. She didn't want to have it to be reasonable and calm and acknowledge both sides. She wanted it to be dramatic and to stir people up. So don't get caught up in the game. Understand what it is. She wanted to draw attention to her cause. She got news stations talking about it. She put out a call to the Mexican people to rally together, and they are. So it was effective. But understand what the game is. She's running game. To Katt Williams, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't have did what you did, because at the end of the day, I could tell what's in your heart, man. And you might think, oh, that's crazy. If you don't know Katt Williams, how you know what's in his heart? I don't have hatred toward anybody, but if I'm doing a show and they cut me off and they interrupt me and they heckle me, you better believe that by the time I get done with that person, they're going to think it was personal. They're going to think that I have hatred for them, because I'm going to teach them a lesson. I'm going to teach you to never, ever in your life, ever think you're going to feel comfortable heckling me in my own show or cutting me off in my own show. There's a way to handle everything. And if my man, it was throwing up the gang signs and throwing around the racial slurs, if he really was holding it down for La Raza, or he was really repping what he's about, he could have pulled Katt Williams to the side. It's not hard to get at these people nowadays with Twitter and Facebook and YouTube pages and all that. But he was at the show in the front row, man. I'm pretty sure that after the set, he could have invited him over for a drink and pulled him to the side and said, yo, my man, listen, there's some material I couldn't vibe with. Trying to heckle Katt Williams during his set, come on, dog. If it would have been a white boy, he would have got 8. If it would have been Chinese, he would have got 8. You trying to tell me Katt Williams got hatred toward everybody on the planet? Nah, he gonna eat you alive. Have you seen any of his YouTube videos? That's what he does. If you challenge him, he eats you alive. So you're trying to say that he secretly has hatred towards everybody? To use the argument that Katt Williams secretly has hatred toward Mexicans, is to say that he secretly has hatred toward everybody because he roasts everybody. You're not gonna get away with cutting him off in his set. So I think that the woman that started, the most popular video that I see floating around, and I hate to call her the anonymous Mexican woman, but I don't know who she is. I think that she's intelligent enough to dissect that video and to know what really happened, but she used it for political purposes. And I just want to send a shout out to the Mexicans for rallying together. I'm proud of y'all. I think it's a little dangerous, the technique you use to draw attention to your cause, because you called for black and brown unity, but you really risk some division, some serious division, because you stirred up a lot of emotions in people, and when people become emotional, they're not always rational, and then they start doing things that are irrational. And I've seen a lot of negative comments for a group of people that claim they want to be recognized and respected. You don't disrespect other people, because that engenders more hatred and things escalate. So I've been seeing a lot of monkey comments and stuff like that. That's the opposite of what you're trying to do. So you gotta be careful with the tactics you use to draw attention to your cause. But I just wanted to put everybody onto the game, so you know what it is. That was a political move, and you could tell she's been on the scene with that. I just want to tell you a little something about what I know about the Mexican struggle, and then I'm gonna encourage y'all to go find out more. I've been learning since this whole Katt Williams thing starts unfolding. You know what I'm saying? But I know that in 2007, 2008, there was a lot of hot button issues, and during the presidential campaign, immigration was a big deal. I know in Arizona was a hot button topic. Yo, check it out. Y'all need to Google Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Just Google Sheriff Joe and try to familiarize yourself with him. He's got some good ideas, and some ideas are over the top and kind of abuse of power a little bit. And the Mexicans have been dealing with racial profiling, and the reports are coming in that the Obama administration is deporting more people than the Bush administration. So they have a story to tell, and they have a struggle. I applaud all the Mexicans that took the time to make political points and make songs and political music and intelligent music since this Katt Williams thing. Y'all are doing it right. Everybody that's just like, oh, all of a sudden, oh, la raza, now you want to be about something, and next week you're going to forget about the cause. I hope that you look at this video and you remember to stay about your cause. So I want everybody to do some Google searches, educate yourself, talk to a Mexican, ask them about their struggle, ask them what's going on with them. Just engender civility and respect and information, so nobody should feel like they have to go through extreme measures to draw attention to their cause. But in this day and time, that kind of stuff happens, and Katt Williams is being used as a political pawn. People that know how to read between the lines see that, and I think probably CNN saw that too, and that's why they invited him on. So y'all gotta really read between the lines. Don't just take my word for it. Pay attention. Check out everybody's videos. Ask questions. Post comments. Don't let this girl's speech go to waste. But understand that the game that she's running. That's all I'm gonna say. And while I'm drawing attention to the Mexican American struggle, let me draw attention to the white struggle. I know y'all thought I was gonna say black struggle, right? This is gonna be a separate video, but white people is going through it right now. They're really having an awakening, and you're seeing things. You're seeing an increase in suicides and stuff like that, because they're realizing that their blood has been shed, their forefathers' blood has been shed, their children's blood has been shed for bankers. And if you're not hip to the awakening of who's really the puppet master and who's really the enemy, because the white man is not the enemy. It may look like it, but if you look close enough, you'll realize that they're pretty much getting used just like we are. Maybe they're getting double rations, so we're all looking at them like, oh well, you get more to eat than we do, but they're locked up just like we are, and it's a mental prison. And the white people are starting to realize it, and they're not feeling too good about it, so they're having issues in their own communities. So I draw attention to that too, and of course, the black struggle. But That's a whole separate video. I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned, don't let this girl's energy go to waste. She pulled a big political move, but don't let it go to waste. Pay attention to what the Mexican struggle is and what they're going through, you know. And to my black people who have carried yourself in a dignified way, continue to carry yourself in a dignified way. I'm always proud of every group of people that stands up for themselves. And with that, I'm saying peace.